Connecting the community through gospel. The new 107.9 FM, W300EB, Macon, and WDDO 980 AM, Perry, Macon. Connecting the community through gospel. The new 107.9 FM, W300EB, Macon, and WDDO 980 AM, Perry, Macon.
The views expressed on this program are not necessarily the views of the Glory 980 AM, the Glory Media Group, LLC, WDDO AM, its staff, management, or advertisers, but are the views and opinions of the participants of the broadcast.
Well, welcome. Welcome. It's Wednesday. It's 3 o'clock, and we do hope to have you there listening to Ask Elaine. If you don't mind, if you would call up someone, let them know that Ask Elaine is on. This is your talk and information program. We are happy to have been providing this program for about 10 years now. And we just thank you so much for those of you who are loyal, who have kept up with the program, who have supported us. Those who are listening on AM or FM, and those who are on the Glory Live, we just welcome you. This is your voice, Commissioner Elaine Lucas, and it's my honor and privilege to serve as member of your Macon Bibb Commission. But more than that, it's an honor that you've trusted me to represent you in so many situations over so many years. We have a very special guest today who's going to be talking about all things senior citizen. And we will call on her very shortly. But I wanted to tell you something that I was very, very excited about, even more excited than Reverend Dr. Warnock's victory. And we congratulated all of you who voted just last week. We congratulated you for hanging in there with him. He's a wonderful public servant, and he's going to really do some more things for the people of the state of Georgia and this whole country. But I am so excited that your tax money is being used in the ways that it's being used. And so I want to report to you that we had a pre-commission and commission meeting last night at your city hall. And one of the things that we did was to unanimously endorse a sustainability plan, which involves Robins Air Force Base. And many of you who are retirees or who are presently employed at Robins Air Force Base, you know how important that is. And so your Macon Bibb Commission endorsed a plan to do all that we can to assist in making sure that that base remains strong and remains in this area. We also voted to install some additional street lights. And where you have more light or adequate light tends to be safer. Bad guys don't do all the stuff that they normally would do. if you have adequate lighting. So, in addition to cleaning up Macon Bibb, we approved additional street lights for these streets: Morningside Drive. We approved additional ones for Glen Ridge, Juanita Drive, Cary Place, South Estates Road. We also approved additional lights for Manson Road, Thunderbird Road, Fran Road, Monroe Street, Doster Way, and East Buford Road at Darden Drive. Also, Hines Terrace, North Garden Terrace. Those were all of the streets that we approved to get additional lighting. If you live on a street and you don't think it has adequate lighting, give me a call or call in to the mayor's office and speak to the county manager and explain your request. Just submit your request and let them do the work. Let them go out and determine whether there's a need for additional lighting. And more than likely, they're going to find that there is a need for additional lighting. There was a plan in place at one time where residents living on a street had to come up with the money for the pole and all of this stuff. They've changed that. Commissioner Virgil Watkins served on a committee that brought in a report to change that, where if the administration determines that there's a need, then they will recommend to the full commission additional street lights. And so I thought you'd be interested in that. And so if you have that need, then you please let us know. It's your tax money that's being used. And so unless you let us know some of the things that you feel need to be done, we won't know. We will welcome Kimberlyn Carter, and she agrees with us that adequate lighting is a part of community and public safety too. And by the way, when Kimberly gets to Macon, when she's in town, and when we can grab her, we're going to have her back on the show because she's been traveling the country. She's been involved in a lot of different things, and these are national type things and international type things, and we certainly want to hear from her. We're also going to talk with Senator Lucas about what he anticipates happening with this upcoming session of the Georgia State Legislature. And so, one last thing, we want to, in addition to thanking our sponsors, we also want to express our condolences to the families who have lost loved ones. Just recently, we attended the homegoing services for Mrs. Adams, that's attorney Virgil Adams' mother. We also lost one of our senior citizens, and Macon Bibb was represented there. There are a number of families: the Welch family, the Bryant family, the Rains family. We just want to express our condolences to all of those families. We don't know everybody's name, but just please know that you have our deepest sympathy. And where you are, that's where we are. So, okay, now, um, our special guest today is none other than the director of our Senior Citizens Center. And did our engineer get her on? Oh, okay. He always has me just echoing and stuff. Our senior citizens coordinator is none other than Miss Andrea Lee, and she does a superb job. I'm going to let her introduce herself to you, tell you a little bit about her background, um, And many of you know her, but for those who don't, you need to get to know her. And once you finish listening to today's program, I think you're going to want to be involved in some things that you're paying for. So, welcome, Miss Lee.
Thank you, Ms. Lucas. Good afternoon. I am Andrea Lee. I am the supervisor of the Elaine H. Lucas Senior Center. We want to congratulate and thank you, Ms. Lucas, for the dedication that you have set forth in our community, especially our senior community, where it was needed. They needed a person to lead and guide and drive that initiative. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I know the seniors, yes, truly enjoy their new facilities.
They sure do. They get mad when you
close it down.
When you close it down. I
Yes,
thought I was going to have to fight with some of my classmates that are down there talking about why y'all
yes,
got
ma'am.
us.
They love their senior
I'm
center.
glad.
They absolutely do. We have hopefully built a legacy to continue even past my existence with our Parks and Recreation Department. But a little bit about myself. I've been with our Macon-Bibb County Parks and Recreation Department along with the city prior to consolidation since 2007. Transferred over to the senior center back in 2000, maybe 13, 14. It was a struggle, but it's all been worth it. It's all been worth it. We erected our new facility and walked down in Carolyn Creighton Park back in 2019. And it has been ongoing and full-fledged activities and programs. If you
we're going to ask our engineer if he can pull up the picture of the Senior Citizen Center. It's on Facebook, and it's the Elaine H. Lucas Senior Center. So those who are with us on the Glory Live can see the building. If you haven't seen it, it's a beautiful facility, and it was paid for by your taxpayers' money. So
absolutely.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
No,
you.
You're
Go
good.
ahead.
Absolutely. It was, as Ms. Lucas stated, it was paid by you all's taxpayers' money. And we are always asking and encouraging individuals, our aging seniors. I don't like to call them old or, but our aging citizens, our program is built through our Parks and Recreation Department, and it is an active aging facility. And when I say active, I do my best every single day to, along with my staff, to keep them as active as possible. When I went in several years ago, I told them up front, this is not a nursing home.
Oh, no. Don't sit down around here
at all. This is a active aging facility. But because of the taxpayers' money, we are able to provide an active aging environment for our senior community. Membership is only $10 a year. Only $10. I tell our seniors or any new member every day, if you come 2 times a week, only 1 time, but 2 times in 1 week, I promise you will get your $10 back plus more. We have a live Facebook page.
He's showing
there's
some
the pictures.
of the events. If you'll go back and show them the building, the front of the building, can you go to the cover picture?
So you'll see on our Facebook page, we do show what we have going on every single day, various activities, various programs. We work with various community outreach organizations to bring and offer information that is extremely adequate for them, for the senior community, either if it's healthcare, hearing, feet, how to care for your feet, how to check your blood pressure. There's our distinguished, amazing facility. That is what our facility looks like. It's located at 132 Willie Smokey Glover Drive. It is currently located in the Carolyn Creighton Park. If you are from back in the day, it is actually on the property of where the old driver's license used to be. That is where the old driving license used to be. Good afternoon, Miss Watson and
Yeah.
Miss Shannon.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining. But a little bit more about the Senior Center. We're open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. As I stated, membership is only $10 for the county's fiscal year. The county fiscal year runs from July 1 through the next year, June 30th. So $10 allows you to come to the Senior Center every day that we are open, participate in the various free activities that we offer every single day. We have a computer lab, an exercise room. We have a multi-purpose area that has a surround sound, movie theater screen. We have a card room, playing area. We have a pool table. We have a sewing room. For those that are not aware, we go fishing throughout the year. We go bowling throughout the year. We go on various trips throughout the year. We actually have a couple trips coming up. Such as our MLK trip that's coming up in February. We're also going to the Mall of Georgia in January. So for those that like to shop,
I need to claim my status and come on.
Come on,
I'm
yes, ma'am. Come on. I tell people all the time, Ms. Lucas is more than welcome to come through here any day. Any
if
day.
I had some time. I would.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. They're always asking, where's Miss Lucas? At work.
They just don't know.
She is at work.
Yes.
She is doing what she needs to do to keep allowing us to be in this facility and keep our community safe. So thank you, Miss Lucas, as always. But in reference to the Senior Center, we have a variety of activities that we offer every single day for all types of seniors. Our really, really active seniors. This past year, I got about 45 of our seniors involved in pickleball. As you're aware, pickleball is growing in Bibb County. We love it in Central Georgia. I am a pickleball lover. I love pickleball. Recently just got a call from a friend of mine asking about playing this evening. And I was like, it's cold.
Oh, yeah, it's cold.
It's cold today.
But now the pickleball courts, they're going to be pickleball courts
inside in the mall. Yes, ma'am. So
and
that's
we
coming.
were out there the other day viewing
the inside of the old belt.
And it's going to be wonderful.
It's going to be amazing.
And
cannot
inside,
wait.
Y'all.
Yes, it's
not
gonna be
outside.
Inside.
I like that.
It's going to be inside, so we'll be able to play all year long. So we're really excited about that. For those runners, those that are active runners, we do a 5K every year in the spring. We also have, I know this past fall, right before football season, we had our own tailgate party. I mean, seniors bought their tents. They had their kids and their grandkids come out, set up their tents, and we had a full-fledged tailgate party in our back lawn, and it was an amazing day. Some of our
Talk about the ages, because people think you have to be, about gone, when you're a senior.
Right. So for some of those that are thinking, oh, I'm not a senior yet, like my mother, she says it all the time. Like, come on, Mom, you need to come up. It is 50 and above. 50 and above. I know
a lot of y'all in that category.
I know it sounds like, oh, it's a senior center. I ain't old. I ain't finna come down there to that senior center. It is an active aging facility. And that is another initiative that I'm trying to change the concept and brand our facility, where people don't think, oh, it's a senior center or it's a nursing home or it's something for people that just sit around and watch news or the stories all day. No, this is a very active aging facility. We go on cruises. We go on overnight trips. We just got back from the casino. The seniors just got back.
I should have gone.
When I talked to Ms. Lucas about what's going on. Y'all need to give her a break. Give her some time so she can come down there to the senior center sometimes. But we recently just got back from Memphis. I had some amazing staff transport or through one of our coach lines. They took them. They were in Memphis for a whole week. Any and everything we do is always about being active as well as educational. Some of the other activities that we offer consistently, we have what we call our Mental Mondays. We all have our own battles, either as we age with mental abilities, being able either to remember or I can't figure this out. Simple things such as going shopping. being able to count that percentage off. We all like a sale, don't we?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
all like a sale.
Yeah.
So working on some of those things, I love working on Mental Mondays and doing various activities. I tell anyone, don't knock it until you try it. Come
Mhm.
down. I promise you,
Mhm.
you'll love it. We also have every week on Wednesdays, Mr. Charlie. I have an amazing male employee. He does chair exercise at 10
Yeah.
and 11.
Yeah.
If you have not seen him on our Facebook Live, he's always on there on Wednesdays at 11 o'clock. But we have a 10 o'clock class and an 11 o'clock class. And Mr. Charlie does a Facebook Live at 11. Also on Fridays, everybody loves bingo. Everybody
Oh yeah.
loves bingo. Come on out, join us in bingo. We have it every Friday. And we go fishing on Fridays. We go bowling on Fridays. And those are some of our activities that we
Mhm.
have every single
Mhm.
week. You'll
Mhm.
you'll be able to find that information on our monthly calendar. It's posted also on our Facebook page. So even though those I have some seniors that say, I don't have Facebook, ask your grandkids,
Yeah,
ask your
ask the
kids,
little babies,
ask
and
them.
take their little thumbs and they'll do it
Yes.
for you.
Ask them. They will be able to go show you, and you'll be able to just see what's going on. Go
Mhm.
back and view some of the photos and say, oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Carolyn Glover says that the senior center is a beautiful facility for all seniors to attend and see. It's also one of our early voting
Sites.
sites.
Yes,
It
it is.
is. Thank you, ladies, for the good work. Those ladies can line dance too. Yes, they can.
Thank
They
you,
are
Miss
called
Carolyn.
on. Yeah,
Thank you, Miss
yeah.
Carolyn.
Thank you.
Yes, I got started several years ago with line dancing. I went from basketball, working with kids, and being an active individual. I just had to figure out something. How could I still stay active? How could I still keep the people around me active? So I picked up line dancing, and I have some amazing seniors or amazing ladies and gentlemen that love line dancing. We get called on the mayor's luncheon, the Christmas luncheon,
Hmm.
different churches, and we are willing. The seniors love to dance. It's just a fun family of ladies and gentlemen that we have, and we do travel. We'll go
Yes.
anywhere y'all say, hey, can y'all come and dance? They will be there
Uh-huh.
to cut a rug.
They still have the chorus. I remember they used
We
to have
used
the
to have a
chorus.
senior choir. I just recently talked to one of our previous employees, Miss Brenda Simmons.
Hmm.
And Miss Simmons, we spoke at the senior luncheon just last week about starting back up the senior choir. They love to sing too.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna keep that to myself. They were wonderful.
Yes,
They were
ma'am.
wonderful, and um, they sang some old familiar songs.
They
So
do. They do.
Sharon Wilfox says good afternoon to both of us, and she sang that we are amazing. You're amazing for
Yes.
saying that. Thank you, and
Thank you.
I too want to welcome Pastor Lisa and who else was it? We had
Ms.
Sherry
Glover.
Shannon Miller
Mm-hmm.
on too, and Miss Glover. Thank you all so much. And those of you who've joined us on AM, FM, welcome to Ask Elaine. This is your voice, Commissioner Elaine Lucas. And we have Miss Lee, who's what is your official title? The
Supervisor.
supervisor of the senior services. And she's been telling us about all the wonderful things that are in store for you if you become a part of the senior citizens community, the activities. Seniors don't sit around anymore. It's 50 and above the age that served at the Senior Citizen Center. They do all kinds of things. So and this 50 is really the new, what would you say, 40?
40.
The new
Mm-hmm.
40. And I see some folks and I know their age because
Mm-hmm. Your
they were at
class,
Ballard
Hudson.
Hudson when I
Mm-hmm.
was at Ballard Hudson. I transferred over to Miller, but that didn't change the age. We're still the same age. But I see them out there involved in everything, looking good. And so, and a number of you, I've seen different places, and you've wanted to get your parents, your aunts, uncles involved in something. And that's one thing, it's mostly ladies. So you gentlemen that are sitting there thinking about, what you're going to do, you need to consider joining. So your family members, get them involved. I've seen the numbers grow, just
Tremendously.
grow tremendously. And part of the reason is because you now have a wonderful new place. And also because the activities are great. And
Thank
so
you.
thank you so much for
Absolutely.
what you and your staff do as far as your planning. Tell us about some previous things. You told us about some of the things, but just a few interesting things that might kind of stir, a little interest in some folks. What we want to do is for you to always take advantage of what your money is paying for. And if it helps you to live longer, actually being active, doing stuff helps you to live longer. You learn how to take better care of yourself. You're around other people. You're not just sitting somewhere by yourself. And all of that helps to lengthen your life. I mean, that's research.
Absolutely.
That's research that tells us that. So when you're around people or you've got all these different activities that you're involved in, you will lengthen your life. You'll meet people, make some friends. If you're one who doesn't mix or mingle with people, get a chance to meet some other folks and find
Absolutely.
out what's going on with them. Share stories, share activities, share experiences. And so it will lengthen your life. So, what about some of those exciting things that y'all have done?
So every year, at least 2 to 3 times a year, we have what we call a sip and paint. Most individuals are aware of a general normal sip and paint, and you pay at least $50 or more.
Mm-hmm.
You can come and do an amazing day of sip and paint. Now you sipping on ginger ale, cranberry juice, orange juice, lemonade. Okay,
Non-alcoholic, yeah.
non-alcoholic. But you're gonna do a sip and paint. We just had one, our Christmas sip and paint, and we'll do another spring sip and paint. Every year we have a welcome back splash bash. A lot of my seniors say, I can't swim. Y'all not gonna get my hair wet. Can't do that. But we have an amazing day where our seniors bring out, they wear their bathing suits.
Mm-hmm.
We have 2 pools that we bring in and we put them in the back. We have a dunking booth. You get an opportunity to dunk a firefighter who, hey, most of my women love to dunk them
Oh, I'm sure
firefighters.
they do. I know some of the
They
ones.
do.
Yeah, they like
They
that.
do. But we have a 5K that we host every year. It's a walk or run, crawl, push a friend, push a mother in a wheelchair, however you can get across the finish line. But it's just a fun day to just get out and hang and socialize with your friends. We have a hopping Easter. And that's always in April. It's our Easter celebration event that we have, and we have Mr. and Mrs. Bunny. They come out and they do an amazing job on that particular day. But we have various vendors that we also and organizations that we work with to provide educational information, along with Middle Georgia Community Action Agency. They are a co-part organization that functions out of our facility. Now, let me tell you all about that program. That program is also free, but that program provides transportation and meals for about 75 to 80% of our members. They have a new coordinator that is over that program now, and she is doing an amazing job with getting as many people as possible to get in that program to be able to get those meals. I know me and Ms. Lucas have had those conversations over the years to try to see how we can provide meals for all of our seniors.
Right.
So she's doing an amazing job with getting more and more individuals in that program. Now, that program does operate a little bit differently. They are a state funded program, so you do have to meet certain requirements, and their main requirement is just being 60 and above. Most of our seniors are 60 and above, other than my newbies that are coming in that just retired.
Babies.
Okay, them babies from 50 to 59. But most of our seniors are 60 and above, and they are getting those meals now, which is amazing. So
Yeah.
we love that. We also work with the sheriff's department, Miss Judy Gordon. I know you, Miss Judy
Yeah.
does a lot of
Yeah, she
stuff.
does.
She loves our seniors with our National Night Out, or Night to Unite
Mm-hmm.
program that she has every year with the seniors, and we still work hand in hand, even though she's over at their new facility now. But we still work very closely together. She recently just had an event for the kids, and
Mm-hmm.
had their Santa in the park at their new facility. Several seniors brought their grandkids out there. Also, grandparents throughout the year. Grandparents, listen up. We have what we call our grandparents summer and movie day. Grandparents and me summer movie day. It is an amazing event. We always have it in the afternoon. A lot of times, grandparents, when you have to take your kids to the movie, get them something to eat,
Oh,
or
look.
or some
Take the
popcorn.
credit card. Hello,
Yes.
Miss Booz. Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. But grandparents, we even offer activities and programs for you and your grandkids. These days, our children need their grandparents more than
Yeah.
ever,
Yeah.
to continue to hold on to those bonds and those relationships. So we have what we call our summer movie day, that's always in July, and it's only $10. Grandma, granddad,
Boy.
bring your grandkids. $10 includes you and two kids. Any additional child is only $3. They get a meal, a
Oh,
movie,
shoot.
and popcorn.
You pay $10 for that little box of
Yes, ma'am.
popcorn. Oh,
Absolutely. So those are the types of activities that we are offering throughout the year. And every year we are growing. Every year we're adding new things. I'm always into educating our seniors
mm-hmm.
about health
Mm-hmm.
benefits, their
Mm-hmm.
insurance, eye care, foot care, diabetes, blood pressure. We also work with the different colleges here in Bibb County. Thank you to Mercer, Middle Georgia State, Central Georgia Tech, all those different educational systems that we have here in Bibb County. We're always working with them to allow their students to come in and work with the senior community in different areas and fields. So we appreciate them, but there's always so many benefits that you can receive and get as a senior. A lot of times people say, "Oh, I didn't know you had that going
Mm-hmm.
on. Oh, I wish I
Mm-hmm.
would have joined so much sooner." I promise you, the time is now. Come on out. It's only $10. If you come to me, I am Andrea Lee, supervisor of the Senior Center. You say, "Ms. Lee, I really want to come to the Senior Center, but I can't afford it." I got you. Come on. That's how bad we
Yeah.
want you all to
Yeah.
enjoy these opportunities and enjoy the things that your taxpayers are paying for.
Mm-hmm.
So we appreciate you all, taxpayers, and we appreciate you all, citizens and partners that we work with. Thank you, Ms. Lucas, for
Oh,
the
it's a
opportunity and the
pleasure.
time.
Okay. Uh, a lot of seniors drive
Yes,
down
ma'am.
to the center, but there is transportation, limited
Absolutely. We
transportation.
do have two vans, so we do also provide transportation through our Parks and Recreation Department. But the majority of our seniors, either they do drive or they ride with Bibb County EOC. Bibb
Mm-hmm.
County EOC picks you up between 8 and 8:45. They bring you to the center. They come back to the center at 1 o'clock, and they take you back home, and you're home by 3 o'clock. It is amazing. No
So now,
excuses
no excuses at all.
at
We
all.
we especially wanted you to hear about this because we know that there are a number of you who are looking for some things to do.
Mm-hmm.
And once people retire, there's that thought that, you just go sit somewhere. Well, most folks don't ever really fully
Right.
retire. They just go to another
So,
phase, go to another set of activities. And that's the way it ought to be.
right.
Because Pastor Lisa says 55 is the new 35. I agree with
Absolutely.
you. I agree with you. There are so many things to do. And this age group folks are the ones who are keeping everything going. They're
Mm-hmm.
the ones who vote in the
Yep.
highest numbers.
Mm-hmm.
This age group, 50 and up, are those folks who, by and large, have the most income.
Mm-hmm.
They have the most resources, assets, all of this. So they really do keep the community going. And you don't ever need to just go somewhere and sit down and then let all of that go to waste, because if you don't use something, you will
You'll lose
lose
it.
it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, if you want to keep yourself out there, keep yourself in the running, keep doing some things, keep it, find those things that are interesting to you, and continue doing those things. Don't ever let anybody tell you that it's over for you, that there's no more for you. That's when you should have
Absolutely.
more time to pick up some and do some things that you wanted to
Mm-hmm.
do for yourself. There are some doctors who specialize in um what do they call it, anestheticians, but anyway,
Okay.
they specialize in keeping you together,
Mm-hmm.
as you age. So
Estheticians. Yes.
uh, Mr. Cotton, you he he says, does that mean I can go back to work? But yeah. Yeah, that's what it means. You can go to the senior center. You probably could share an awful lot of things with your work experience
Mm-hmm.
and everything. There are just so many things that we can learn from each other. But the main thing that we are trying to say is, don't go sit somewhere. And your church, you can do more with your church,
Mm-hmm.
and the healthier you are, the more able you are to take care of yourself, the better able you are to do more things and to live longer. I was reading some information about the projections for the next, say, 20-25 years.
Mm-hmm.
There are going to be so many people who live to be 100.
Absolutely.
You're seeing it now.
Yep.
So many
we
people who are
have we
living
have
longer.
several. I just had a conversation with several of my seniors on Tuesday or on Monday about their age, and we have some 86 and 84 seniors that literally come to the senior center every
Hmm.
single day. They are there Monday through Friday. They are participating in activities. So if you're in your 50s and you have an excuse, I'm tired, oh, I don't
Mm.
feel like getting up, I got to put some clothes on, there is no excuse. If you were to compare yourself to some individuals that are in their 80s and getting up every morning, catching a bus or
Mhm.
driving, because I do have one that drives, driving to the senior center. I don't know how they do it, but they drive there.
Y'all just watch out. No,
Yeah,
I
watch
didn't
out.
say that.
But they love it, and we love it, and we love you all. We love our Asian community, and I have some amazing staff that is very passionate about what we do. I have an amazing support system through our department head, Mr. Robert Walker. He is the director of
Yeah,
our,
he is a
yes, he is
wonderful
amazing, so supportive of all of Parks and Recreation throughout the county. Not only just tennis or our rec centers, but our adaptive programs at Dolores A. Brooks.
Talk about the adaptive programs
So
just a little bit.
our adaptive program is located at Dolores A. Brooks. It's the old East Macon Recreation Center,
Mhm.
out near going towards Geico, off of Geico
Mm.
Payne Road or Geico,
It's
one of those roads.
that road.
That
Yeah,
road
that
out there
road.
going
Mhm.
towards Geico.
Mhm.
So that the adaptive program is a program established in the Dolores A. Brooks facility, and they offer programming for individuals with special needs. And they competed this past year in Special Olympics.
Mhm.
They won, I think, first, second, and third place in various either age groups. They love bocce, so
Mm.
that is a new program and activity that we will be bringing to the senior center as well in the spring. We partner with the adaptive program a lot. I have some adaptive seniors, so I try to
Mhm.
make sure that we, coincide with one another to be able to, make sure that all ages and all individuals are being able to get programs and they're getting the services that we are able to offer. So, Mr. TJ, he is our
Mhm.
adaptive supervisor out there at Okmulgee East Boulevard. Thank you, Miss Watson. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yes,
Yeah, I
ma'am.
need to get busy because my memory.
Miss Lucas need to come to Mental
Mommy, I
Mondays.
do. I do. I do.
But we also have a boxing center within our recreation department. That's the old Freedom. That's the Freedom Park Recreation Center, and we have several other recreation centers throughout the county. So even if you're not a senior, or you say, "No, I'm not that age yet," or "I ain't no senior," no problem. We have several other recreational facilities throughout the county that your taxpayers and tax dollars are paying for. So it's full. Oh, come on over, Miss
Kimberly,
Carter.
Kimberly
Come
says
on,
you're
Miss
full of
Carter.
amazing energy. She says she's going over there. She's past the 50 mark. I didn't know that, Kim. She's loving
Okay. Yes,
the
ma'am, Miss
program.
Carter. We would
Yeah,
love to have you. Yes,
yeah.
ma'am, Miss Watson. That was a senior moment. They rub off on me sometimes. But
Uh,
we absolutely
yeah.
love our seniors and we love the community. As much energy as you all say I may have, I try to have that every single day with our seniors. I tell our seniors all day, every day, um, the more smiles you give, hopefully the more smiles you'll
Mm-hmm.
receive or
Mm-hmm.
in return. What about pickleball?
Yeah, yeah. We talked a little bit about that. There'll be a lot of courts in the uh,
Make them all.
Macon Mall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a word for re-energized, revived,
Revitalized.
rejuvenated,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But now, y'all, that place is gonna
It's
be
gonna be
something
amazing.
else. It's
Yes.
gonna be something else. Your board of
Elections.
elections is going. We're gonna get the pickleball. Your
Mm,
board of elections is going in there, and then during the times when there are long lines, you're gonna be inside. I'm just so excited about it. There'll be a mini library in our Macon Mall. The pickleball courts
mm-hmm.
will be in there. And of course, you've still got some
Some
stores that are
stores.
already in
Mm-hmm.
there, some shoe stores. Old Time is still in there. What is the store that's there on the corner where Sears it was
Steinmart.
just Sears.
Steinmart. And that's not
It's not Steinmart. Um, anyway, anyway, there are a lot of stores that are still in there, but that place is just gonna be
oh no.
wonderful. But those pickleball courts are going to be one. Burlington,
Burlington.
Burlington, the host.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, Mr. Engineer. Oh, I keep telling them I need some Prevagen or some of that stuff, but y'all just don't know what I have to keep track of. So, um, Kimberlyn says these initiatives are also how we build a sense of place and community safety. And we
Absolutely.
did talk about that safety aspect where if you're in a group, there
Mm-hmm.
is that safety that's built in. Um, and it is important for our seniors to know they have safe places to go. Thanks so
Absolutely.
much. And
Absolutely.
it
And we
really
do,
is.
I'll tell each and every one of you all that I honestly every single day I treat the seniors like they're my own mother and father.
Mm.
So if we have people that come in our facility, I am the dog.
They get dragged out.
I am
They
like,
don't
hold
make it.
up.
They
Wait.
don't make it out like they
They do
came
not.
in.
They do not. I am very protective of every single one of our members. We currently have over 400 and some members currently right
Mm.
now as
Mm.
of July or from July as of today. And on an average, we have approximately 140 to 200 that are in our facility
Mm-hmm.
every single
Mm-hmm.
day. Every single day we have a variety of different seniors. Some come every day of the week. Some come 2 days a week. But for my men, I want to make sure, if I have any men listening, if you like fishing, playing cards, spades,
Mm-hmm.
bid, wish, chess, checkers, if you bowling, if you shoot pool, please come on out. If it's something that I have not named, I have not mentioned, please feel free either to give us a call. You can contact myself or any of our staff at 478-447-2785 or 478-803-4152.
Okay, we're gonna get all that information in the chat. And so, for those of you who want to share this, please share this program and let others watch it and benefit from that information. Because we certainly want people to take advantage of these opportunities. As we said, there are just so many things that are going on. So many things that people want to say, there's nothing to do, there's nowhere to go. There's plenty to do, plenty of places to go, and we want to bring those things to you. For those who've just tuned in, you have tuned in to Ask Elaine. This is your talking information program. We're very, very proud of all of you for hanging in there with us all of these years. The information, the glory that our engineer, our wonderful engineer, he's already added all of that information
Thank you.
for us. We want to welcome Mr. Steve Bryant. He says Merry Christmas to everyone and be safe. He tunes in each week from Virginia.
Oh, wow.
He's a native of Macon.
Okay.
Grew up in the Pleasant Hill area, but he tunes in just about every week. We also want to mention Patrick Davis, who is on, and we want to thank him. He does a lot of the statistics, especially during the elections. He keeps up with that for us and helps us with making the contacts that we need to make and keeping us abreast of things that are going on. Y'all, if you've been listening to the news, you know that there's a lot going on. If you have something that you want to share with us, our call in number is 478-250-1444. Um, Mr. Cotton wants to know the hours again.
Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., unless it's a holiday or we're closed due to voting.
Uh-huh. And the voting doesn't come around all the time. So y'all just chill. Y'all just be cool. We got to share these things. And that voting is so important. A lot of people wanted to come down those last few days, but the center was not one of the sites. Why are we not getting lighting in the Golden Ocala subdivision in Sub-South Macon? Requests were submitted. Carolyn, we're going to check into that. I will check. There's still some evaluation going on, but those were just the streets that had been evaluated and that we were able to go ahead and approve for the lighting. But I will check that one for you. But listen, your money is used for putting these lights in place, and there are a lot of, especially older neighborhoods that had no lighting or insufficient lighting put in. And in this age, when we're stressing the safety, the public safety by cleaning up neighborhoods, also putting in sidewalks, the street lights, additional street lights, that becomes a part of making that neighborhood safer. So anybody who has a suggestion, would you get those in to me? You can just call me and give me the information or send me an email. Sharon Wilfox says that the programs are such a blessing. Senior centers rock. God is very pleased at your work.
Thank
That
you,
is so
Ms.
sweet.
Wilfox.
That is so nice. We just love these people who are calling in. If you and I was about to say, there's some things that are going on in our country. Brittany Griner is
Home.
back.
Mm-hmm.
She's home. And those nuts that were on there talking about, well, they should have brought the other one home. How in the world you gonna tell Russia which one I mean, our country did just an awesome job of getting
Mm-hmm.
an American home.
Home.
Uh, thank goodness she seems to be getting acclimated or reacclimated to being back
Mm-hmm.
home. That is a tough
Situation.
situation to
Yep.
go through and be in. This it anyway. Um and then other things, the president of Ukraine is visiting the
Mm-hmm.
United States today. And we didn't know anything about it until like this
The morning.
morning.
Mm-hmm.
Top secret kinds of
Wow.
things. There's so much going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. Who knows? They may bring Paul Whelan home tomorrow or the
Mm-hmm.
next day, and they just announce it to you. They can't tell you
Everything.
everything when it's going on because you be telling it. You be on the phone talking about, they gonna bring Brittany home. I
Oh
mean, and
goodness.
blow the whole thing. You know how we gossip, how we get some news and then we go
Mm-hmm.
running and sharing it when we really should just kind of keep it. That's why they don't tell us everything. But yeah, Pastor Lisa says that thank God she's back home. Pastor Lisa wanted us to know that there is an event going on. And I'm wondering, let me go back, scroll back to where that information, where she shared that information. Our church at ELCC is partnering with Evangelical Ministers Alliance and Greens Tabernacle Baptist Church, and they'll sponsor a winter school Christmas break. It's a 2-day camp for BIB students, 11 a.m. till 3, December 28th and 29th. Free lunches and snacks, and the focus is on bullying, conflict resolution, loving each other, doing right by each other, figuring out ways of dealing with stuff other than thinking about gun violence. And I just think that is wonderful. If there are others of you who have activities that are going on during this break, this is a time when parents are still
Mm-hmm.
having to work. And so these special events that are being sponsored by these different organizations, take advantage of them. If any of you who are listening know of other events that are going on, would you please share those with us so that we can let everybody know that there are some things and you don't that are safe for
Mm-hmm.
your kids, and you don't have to worry about
Absolutely.
leaving them with these programs. I know a lot of churches have a lot of camps and things that are going on,
And our
and
rec
the
centers.
Macon Violence Prevention.
And our
Talk
rec
about the rec
centers.
centers.
So also our rec centers are offering various programs and activities throughout the year. Normally, anytime that the kids are out of school, there are either $5 camps, $10 camps, and or free camps. You can locate and find that information on our Macon Bibb County Facebook page. And or call any of our rec centers. We have several rec centers throughout the entire county. So,
Mhm.
if one isn't having one near in your local area, contact another recreation center and find out or ask them what are they offering. It may be a girls camp, it may be a boys camp, it may be an athletic camp. Contact our recreational facilities and or our administration office to find out what activities are going on. We need to keep our youth as engaged as possible, keep them active. As my grandparents used to say, an out of mind.
Yeah, it's the
Mm.
devil's workshop.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, yeah. You need to have something to do, and there are a lot of things to do. Before we run out of time, which comes so quickly with these programs, because we have wonderful guests. Talk about Melvin Flowers and the luncheon that was given for the seniors
So
last week.
Miss Melvin Flowers, he is also a Bibb County employee through our Parks and Recreation Department. He is amazing. Every year he hosts our senior luncheon. at the Frank Johnson Recreation Center. And it's an annual event. I think this year may have been 18 or
It's
eight
been a while.
year 18 or 19, that he has hosted a senior luncheon. He provides all of the luncheons. He has different organizations. Also, Mr. Um,
Henry Ficklin.
Mr. Henry Ficklin. Him and Mr. Henry Ficklin provide so many resources for that event each year. Thank you, Mr. Ficklin and Mr. Melvin Flowers, for the work that you do every year to provide that free lunch and entertainment for our Asian community every single year. It was such a success. The line dancers danced. They were going to play bingo. They got gift prizes. Everybody got a gift prize, and they had plenty to eat. So thank you to those vendors and organizations that made that successful.
Yeah, you need to join the senior citizens program. You really do. 50 and above, rather than just sit and try and come up with something. And family can rest easy that you're in a safe environment, that you're around others your own age. You've got plenty of things to do. But the main thing is the safety.
Absolutely.
It's safe, and it keeps your mind flowing. It keeps you going. It keeps you involved. And the more involved you are, the more you use your brain, and the more physical activity, the more interaction you have, the longer, the research shows, the longer you live. You prolong your life by being involved. And so we want to encourage you to take part in those things. And you're paying for it. You're paying for it. So why would you not take advantage of it? And then the membership is only $10. It used to be $20. We reduced it to $10, which is just a minimal fee. But Ms. Lee just told you, if you come to the program,
you'll
she'll take care of, whatever. I don't know how much
they just
more
got
we
gifts
have
today.
to say.
They're getting gifts tomorrow for Christmas. They got
Oh,
gifts yesterday from Bib EOC. So thank you to them. They got gifts on Tuesday. We had a breakfast, a senior breakfast this morning. They had shrimp and grits,
Ooh.
eggs, sausage,
Hey.
turkey sausage, biscuits. Hey, most of it is free. Last week we had a luncheon. You will get your $10 back.
Very quickly. Very, very quickly. We had Mr. Pastor Lisa says her buddy Ebony Speaks, Mr. Leroy Thomas, is smiling down on you on us from heaven. He loved the senior center, and he lived to see it up and running and to take advantage of some of this. Pastor Lisa, I'm assuming you're saying Uncle Joe, President Joe Biden, moves a little slow, but he's getting it done. He most certainly is. And next week, we're going to have a list of all of those things that this, they poke fun at him. He has had a speech. He stuttered.
Speech impediment.
And but he gets it out.
He gets it done.
Mean,
says what he has to say.
He surely does. And he's running rings, running circles around all those other folks that are talking about how young they are and how he's falling up the steps. I said last week, I don't care how many steps he falls up. He's got enough Secret Service to pick him up and talk for him and do everything else. Be better than that thing that was there before. So y'all don't want that back.
And Miss Bryant, yes, come on and join us.
Oh, yeah. These folks are wonderful. Thank you so much. You've been listening to Ask Elaine. This is your voice, Commissioner Elaine Lucas. We've been blessed to have Ms. Andrea Lee. Did I say it right that time? Got it right that time. who is just a wonderful, wonderful person to have in charge of senior services. So we want to thank Mr. Robert Walker, who heads the Parks and Recreation, for allowing you to come on and talk about all the things. Y'all, please remember to be safe. Have a happy Christmas, but think about somebody who might not have and try and help them out if you can, even if it's just a meal, even if it's just going to the nursing home and handing out some things. Just do something for somebody that you don't get paid for, but it comes from your heart. So we want to thank you for tuning in, and we want to see you again next Wednesday for another edition of Ask Elaine, where our special guest, one of our special guests, will be Ms. Kimberlyn Carter, who's going to talk about some interesting things. So we'll see you again next week for Ask Elaine.
Connecting the community through gospel. The new 107.9 FM, W300EB, Macon, and WDD.